Hey B, I'm just doing a quick one, because I'm so backed up on end of year deadline readings, like it's nuts. So I don't have much time. But let's take a look here. Let me just do S&P real quick. Well, actually, Tesla under 250 tomorrow. Let's take a look. I just did the Tesla February reading yesterday. The February readings are probably going to come out just a few days later than normal, because like I had twice as much work to do the last month based on all the 1 years. All right, so the question is 250 tomorrow. Wow, new high there, huh? Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. There's a high, so I nailed that. So do we see 250 tomorrow? My gut says no, but let's see what the cards have to say. Yeah, I got a no for that Tesla under 250 tomorrow. Do I think SPY will finish under 470 tomorrow? Hey Terry Cheese, hey AV. Apparently Siri thinks AV is her name as well, but when I say Siri, nothing. Siri. Oh, there you go. She finally did it. Not annoying at all though. So if you didn't catch what I was saying, guys, it's a members only that we're doing today. I want to keep it quick. So I'll like answer like one or two questions for everybody, but I got to keep it quick because I'm so backed up on work. I got to get right back to work here. 470 tomorrow on SPY. Yeah. I got a no for that B. No 470 tomorrow on SPY. Just seeing your last stream about Sol. Can I ask if you see it hit 130 before the second week of January? Let me see. I don't even remember talking about Sol yesterday. Oh my god, my head is just like filled with nonstop readings. Yes, I love that. I love that, Solana. I love that. There's a Solana period chart. That's what I call it, the Solana period, because it's not anything but Solana. And I wish every crypto had a similar thing. All right, so Probably not. So this unicursal here is pretty concerning. Like I said, you want to take profits. I remember what I was saying about Sol. You want to take profits here, because we've got like this fake out at the end of the year here in 2023. And this was pretty darn accurate for a reading until the end where I missed this highest high here. This reading was done a while ago though. My 1 years have gotten so much better since then. December 23rd, 2022. So like 2 years ago, guys. Over 2 years ago. Wow. December 23rd, 2022. The Solana reading being used today. That is something else. I got to remind myself how crazy that is because I forget. I do it all day long. It's important to remind myself how crazy that is because it's like December 23rd, 2022. That's when this photo was made. All right, so in 2024, I mean, we're close to it, so it's a possibility, but in the first 2 weeks of January, I got a yes for that. Nice. But be careful because there's like a fake out, a sharp drop off of this peak here and a fake out. Will Melly outperform SPY next year? Melly. I'm gonna cap the questions off here, guys. I gotta roll after this pretty quickly. I got so much work to do, guys. That's why it's a members only. I wanted to test that out. By the way, which if you're interested in that members only, so these premium streams, if you go to join here on the channel, on our Tarot for Traders channel, this is how you get the star next to your name, which gets you priority access, and also premium supporter. And that'll get you access to all of the paid streams, which we're going to start kind of like alternating between public and paid. I don't want to leave out the public. Like, even if they can't pay for it, I want to be able to answer some questions. Stop it, Siri. My God, it's so annoying. Stop it. Siri, in 2024, you and I are going to make up. And you stop picking on me. Is that it? Mercadolibra? Mercadolibra. What is that? Online marketplace. So it's like the Amazon of Argentina? Interesting. Interesting. So the question is, will it outperform the S&P 500 in 2024? Luxury is one of those tricky cards. I think. Oh, look at that, and it's what we got. It's a maybe. That's why it's tricky. So interesting. Interesting. It's kind of unclear. I got the luxury card again. Interesting. I'm leaning towards a no there. It does not outperform the SPY. I'm leaning towards a no. Does it hit 2,500 in 2024? Ooh. I got the luxury card again. What? Like, I got the luxury card, and then I went to go look up the luxury card, and the luxury card was already on the screen from yesterday, me looking at it. And then I threw down the cards again and got the luxury card. And then now asking if it hits 2,500, I got the luxury card again. Like, what? And it's a maybe. It's not like it's a clear answer, but it's clearly telling me something. Maybe like the luxury goods area or something like that of Melee is where, like, maybe they start focusing on luxury products or something like that. That could be what's happening. I got a yes for that. There's some sort of luxury type of thing that's going to take place. Focus there. But very difficult to determine. I don't think it outperforms the S&P 500, and it does hit 2,500. Not in 2024, though. In 2025. Will IWM hit 215 by end of January? I believe that's a yes. Just want to double check. Yeah. It does. It hits 130. Or excuse me, it hits 215. Excuse me, it hits 215 by the end of January. That's correct for IWM. Appreciate that, Terry T. It's not bad for 2 years. I agree. All right, guys. So I'm just going to recap on SPY, and then I'm going to roll. I'm working on the February's to make sure I get those February's out for you. Hopefully I get them out by the 1st, but it's looking like I'm probably going to have quite a few February's that are coming out sometime in early access in like the first week, so a few days late. But that's because of the overwhelming number of 2024 1 years that I've been doing as well. So that's that resistance strife level. Interesting. That was at 1. So very interesting that we didn't end up with this sharp drop here. So since that's really taken place, I still expect there to be a pretty big move to the downside here off of these peaks. Excuse me for the cough. But it is possible that we also see the high, so there could be a lot of movement here, like a lot of price change between the highs and the lows of each day here, especially on the Ace of Swords there on the 28th. Should be a lot of price movement between this peak here. I'm so sorry, and I have like this allergy, and this like trough here in the morning, early morning, it looks like on the 29th. Oh, when is a good entry? success card. Between May 1st and May 10th of 2024 would be a good entry. When we look at SPY, where did my 2024 go? Yeah, see right there in May, we've got a low for the year. Like this is either the same low from back here or it's a lower low here in May. But I would say that that's a significant opportunity there in May to open up long positions and not just melee, but probably a lot of different stocks around that time. So that was May 1st to May 10th. Oh, you know what? Interesting. So we don't have really trade advisement here. We don't really have trade advisement here. We do have trade advisement here. So I bet you we see a high tomorrow. I bet you we see a high tomorrow, matter of factly, here, based on where we are and this swords card. But we'll see, like, off of that high, a pretty significant move to the downside. Like I said, the really big drop is coming in February. In February, or maybe like at the end of February, somewhere around there. I have to look at February again to really pinpoint that. It'll be in the February SPY, which I think might have already come out. If you have early access on the website, which you get here at our services Esometa Post, then you've already seen, I believe you've already seen the February. If you haven't, then it's coming out very, very soon, like today or tomorrow. But you get early access here. Most likely you've seen February for like at least a week now. $29 a month, $249 for the year. It's the soonest you can see all of our public posts that come out on YouTube. They come out like usually like a month ahead of. Right now at the end of the year, we're so backed up, it's more like a week ahead. But even so, this is the earliest that you can get it. It's a pretty notable move to the downside here at the end of the day. Likely with an open that's on the lower side, but there's a notable reversal out of the low there first thing in the morning. Price swings, move to the upside. Well, sharp drop, then move to the upside. Sharp drop again. Very mixed day. And then that Princess of Swords at the end of the day is probably a pretty big move. Well, actually here, this is probably a pretty big move to the upside. The strength card from a low all the way to the upper end of a range on the one-day chart. And then that Princess of Swords indicates quite a bit of trade price change as well. Interesting, the trade card here is the theme card tomorrow. I think I would want to be positioning myself if we see a higher price level tomorrow, which if we did, it's probably midday or end of day, one of those two. I would look to open up a short, like a partial short there. And then if we saw like the same price level on 29th, I'd add to it. But I think we're probably going to end up going to the downside into the first. This should be a pretty notable move to the downside over the holiday. All right, my friends, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow's stream will be public again. We'll probably do like mostly public, but every now and again, especially when I'm like a time constraint, we'll do these paid versions to kind of limit the amount of questions that need to be answered. But in any case, thanks to everybody watching. You know about the rule of karma. If you don't, rule of karma, you follow it here on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. 5% of all profits should be donated forward to one of these charities. 5% of all profits should be donated back to the channel. Leaves you with 90% of the money. Make sure to spend that money out of love. As long as you do that, my friends, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. There is a chance, guys, that I might not be doing lives until the end of the year starting tomorrow. I'm going to try, but if you can hear it, I'm starting to lose my voice. And I have so many readings that need to be done for the February deadline. I cannot lose my voice, which means that I need to conserve it. So we'll see. This may be the last one for a little while. All right, thanks again.